Hey guys, Skip from Famous by Friday Pickleball. Got a brand new paddle to review, the new ProXR Jolt. This paddle is kind of a next generation of the prototype that ProXR had and was out for quite a while. Really liked that paddle. Had a lot of pop, but you better hit it dead red. We wandered out of that area at all. The performance went downhill. It was an upper level player paddle. Now along comes the Jolt. Probably pretty similar. It's got a lot of the same properties of the prototype, but we will see. Let me bounce through some of the physical components and dimensions of this paddle. It is 16.5 inches long, 7.5 inches wide, 6-inch long grip. A lot of ProXR paddles have that. Nice for two-handers, 4.25 inch circumference. It does weigh 8.1 ounces. Twist weight is kind of low. You'd expect that. 5.5 and a swing weight of 115, also kind of low. So it is head light. You can feel that just kind of swinging it back and forth here. Probably could use a touch of weight, but I'll wait and see, kind of play with it a little bit first. The surface of the paddle, T700 raw carbon fiber, very nice on the prototype as well. This paddle is Gen 3 thermoformed. We're going to take a look at the core real quick. Pretty standard Gen 3 thermoform, but let's take a look at it, see what's at the heart of this paddle, and we'll check it out together. All right, guys, here is the core for the new ProXR Jolt. Pretty much standard Gen 3, if you will. Does have the poly honeycomb core that goes all the way down through the grip, so it's unibody, very nice. That gives a feel from your hand all the way out through the tip of the paddle. Very nice. You see that once again, Gen 3 thermoformed. The foam that goes all the way around the perimeter, very standard. What you notice here is the propulsion core, or the charge ring as ProXR calls it. This allows this part of the core to flex a little bit, throw the ball. That's where the power comes from. And the 10mm cells in here give that a little more power as well. So have a nice little combo. I do like how wide and the propulsion core, or the charge ring, is. This foam that goes around the edge. Very nice, very clean, very classy looking. A lot of paddles that we see are pretty ragged, and this is pretty inconsistent out here. This is very nice, looks very professionally done. It just has a classy, almost expensive look to it. It's very nice, very clean, looks great. Like this, should play well. Very excited to get on the court. The new Jolt from ProXR. All right, guys, very cool. Very excited to get out and hit this. Headed to the courts right now. I really like the prototype a lot. It was a lot of fun to hit, so I really think the new Jolt is going to be pretty cool as well. All right, head to the courts now. Hope you're going to be there. We'll hit this battle together. All right, guys, I'll be back.
Those are really good. Top spin, real nice. Oh, I really tried to cut that corner. That was actually pretty good. Get it.
the ProXR Jolt. Go off that target. All right. A little click to it when it hits. Do that again. And they're going straight there. Let me see if I can get them to the back. Get them back there. Go after this a little bit. I went after a little bit, all right. Do that again. There it is. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I would say the strength of this paddle is its accuracy. Do that again. Oh, that's good. If I try and put just a little more on it, it goes a little bit long. That's a good surf though. Oh my gosh. Feel myself aiming just a little bit. Let me try two more here. There it is, right toward it. I mean, just right at the target. Do that again. Hear that ball whistle over there. Oh, okay. Let me spin a couple here. ProXR Jolt. Oh my goodness. All right, let me do that again. That was tremendous spin. I am spinning that ball all the way off the court. I mean, it's bouncing then going another 6 to 8 feet. Direct, just late bite. See if I can get that in the camera. There. That was probably out, but I tried to show the spin on it. That was probably, it started out over the center line. That's a lot of spin. Hey guys, back just with the last few weeks getting to know the new ProXR Jolt. I like this paddle a lot, does some really cool things. I'm going to bounce through the performance characteristics, and then I'm going to compare it to the prototype just a little bit and kind of give you the differences there because there are a little subtle differences. I'm going to start out with power because I always start out with power. My normal service speed's right around 50 miles an hour. The Jolt came in at 51.2. That is very nice. I didn't up the weight at all. I left it with a 8.1 static weight and a 115 swing weight. Still got 151.2 out of it. Very nice. Power is there. You expect that out of a Gen 3 paddle. Accuracy, control, and consistency is really where the ProXR Jolt hangs its hat. It is really a control paddle. I was kind of shocked about that. But you can go after any shot you want and have confidence you're going to hit your spot. I don't care what it's top spin, slice, nope, no spin at all. Touch around the net is gold. If you want to dink, that's great. If you want to speed up, that's great. If you want to reset, great. Whatever you do, you can go after your shots with confidence. This paddle rewards you. It'll get it there, proper form. You are nailing whatever shot you're going after. Really nice. Spin. You'd expect that. Gen 3 paddle, T700 raw carbon fiber. Really nice. Grabs the ball and you can really spin it, and that's a lot of fun. Feedback and feel is pretty nice. This paddle, I don't know as I said that in the opener, but this paddle is a 13 millimeter paddle. You'd expect it to be a little jarring. And they always, at 13 millimeter, are always a little bit more jarring than a 16. It is a little bit, but the feedback and feels pretty good. It's not bad at all, not harsh, not one bit. The sweet spot, it is approachable. This is a player's paddle. You'd expect that. You've got a 6-inch long grip, so it kind of makes this a little bit smaller out here. But it is approachable. It's not as hard to find as the prototype. Prototype, you better hit dead red. This one you could kind of wander out a little bit and still have the performance. But there's no illusion here. This is a player's paddle as well. You can't stay out in here. You've got to hit it pretty well and keep it there. But if you do, you're rewarded. No problem at all. Defense to offense. Go down, dig some trash, get up there to the non-volley zone. This is very quick up at the net. Once again, I'll bounce back to that swing weight of 115. You can maneuver this really quickly and have a lot of fun up there at the net and know that wherever you're going to hit the ball, it's going to go. This is a two-hander. It's a dream with that 6-inch long grip. Very nice. You could, if you play with two hands, you're gonna love this. If you want to hit two-e's all the time, this is gold. It is a lot of fun. It's customizable. If I were going to play with this, I know I say this a lot, but I would throw a little bit of weight on here, up the swing weight a little bit, up the twist weight a little bit, drag that sweet spot out. This paddle is really going to come to life and really play well. But at 8.1 ounces, you can afford to do that a little bit, and it's not going to make it clunky or cumbersome. The grip, 4¼ inch circumference, so you can throw another grip on there and not worry about it being bulky. Once again, that's very nice. It's not limited in any area. You can kind of make it yours and do whatever you like. The only negatives I have about this paddle, and it's just a minor negative, you better have game. That's not a negative necessarily for me, but if you've got to stay in the sweet spot pretty well, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. And it just could use a little bit more weight for me. Those are not negatives. They're really not. Now, let me compare this, and I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the price of this paddle, by the way. This is another big plus. This is $119.99 US. Pretty sweet. That's pretty nice. If you're a two-hander and you want a 6-inch long grip, you couldn't find a better paddle, I don't believe. I mean, this rocks. And you got a little bit of game. I'll go back to that. I think this paddle's a little more approachable than the Prototype. I like the Prototype. I liked it a lot, but you better be dead red and you better have game. This paddle's a player's paddle too. I'll go back to my golf days. These are the blades. You better have a little bit of game. But it's a little more approachable. You don't have to hit just dead red. You can wander out just a little bit and you're going to be fine. ProXR's done a good job with this. This might not have the power of the Prototype. I think the Prototype had a little more power, but what goes hand in hand? This paddle is more accurate and you've got more control than the Prototype. I like the Prototype, but this one, I like this one as well. If I was going to put this in my bag, a little bit of weight and I'd be gold, no problem at all. It does what you want to do, especially if you're a control player. Now, who's this going to fit? Once again, go back to a control player. If you're a control player and you like to spin it, this is going to be gold. Two-hander. This is your happy place. You're going to have a blast with this. If you really, once again, you got a little bit game, you're going to have fun with this. Like to spin a little bit, you're going to have fun with this. This is not going to give you any surprises. You're not going to have any flyers, these magical flyers that go way long or way wide. You can really trust this. Once again, player's paddle. I keep saying that. That's what this is. Guys, I like this a lot. I'm anxious to hear what your thoughts on there. If you've tried this. If you played the Prototype as well, have you tried this? I think that's pretty cool because this was the V2, kind of Prototype V2, if you will. And they're very similar. And I think ProXR's done a really good job. I think they've made this paddle really, really nice. All right, guys, as always, hit like, hit subscribe, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear your comments on this. ProXR does some cool things. They're not, I tell you, they're not maybe for everybody, but I like what they do. They're pretty cool. Love to hear your thoughts as well. All right, guys, summer's still here. It is hot this week, so get out and play. Get out and play the game we love. All right.
Paddle's a control paddle.